Okay, so I'm working on this vertical cage. I don't know, for a gecko or something. Really doesn't matter. Um, but I found these at the dollar store. So I've got this piece vertically mounted, and I'm thinking like having this guy like hang, just to make it different and spooky. I'm gonna use great stuff, make this look like Earth, but yeah, what do you think? Have this guy like hanging here. So yeah, that, and I also had an ideal. Because who doesn't just have a bag of random Halloween stuff? Here's more of those. Here's like, they were marked down because a lot of them were missing a leg, but I'm thinking, you got this bag of skulls. I got these little skulls here. Maybe stacking those up in front on the ground, like right here. Because I got to fill this up anyways, because this is help holding it. That's what I'm going to do here, but whatever. Like have a stack of skulls. I don't know. I think that'd be a cool ideal. Okay, so next I'm just going to add the expanding foam here at the base. For one, just to help it stand, but also I want to cover it with cocoa fiber, and that's going to just stick to it, and that's going to create the earthy look that you'll see in the upcoming clip. So this is just how I got to that process. Okay, so next I've got these skulls. You can kind of see where I have them at, but what I simply did was just cut into the styrofoam and created little divots to put these in. And then I'm going to then use black silicone to kind of secure them in and also kind of go around them. And then I'll sprinkle this dry cocoa fiber around it. So it kind of looks like this one up here. You can see I found a little crevice, put him in, black siliconed it in, and then the cocoa fiber goes around it. So it helps blend it in. So I'm going to do that now, and then we'll get to working on this here in a minute. Okay, so again, what I'm going to do here is just take this black silicone. For one, it's going to hold the skull into place where I want it to. And then I'm also going to use a little bit excess. So that way the silicone is around the skull. And then I want to sprinkle it, that cocoa fiber around it. That way it kind of helps give it that it's bedded in earth, as opposed to just sitting on top of the ground. I think that gives it a better look, a better feel for the aesthetics that I'm trying to go for with this little piece I'm making. Also, I like to use black silicone, so that rare occasion where you might miss a little bit of silicone, or it rubs off, the cocoa fiber rubs off, it just leaves it black, which is better than like the colored stuff, like the white or even the clear, because then if it's black, it just gives it like that, like it's depth, like it's deep in the earth or whatever. Whereas if it's white, it kind of is like, contrasting and doesn't fit the environment. So I should have also used black expanding foam. That would have been a better choice, but the two stores I went to in my area, they didn't have it. That's mostly for ponds, and yeah, I guess it's just out of season or whatever, and they weren't stocking it. But yeah, that's why I go with black as well. Silicone. It just Okay. Now that the silicone has been applied, this is just where I'm simply going to add the cocoa fiber and just pack it on there pretty good. And then once you get it heavily coated, I just kind of push it in to the silicone to make certain that we get a good connection and that it's going to hold it pretty good. And then just simply shake off the excess. And that's as simple as it gets. Just double check it. Make certain that all your silicone is covered up as much as you can. And here's a little bit of a closer shot. You can see the silicone there. I did spray, or excuse me, I did put some around the skull like you've seen, and then you just simply push the fiber right into it. Um, and again, just simply shake off the excess. And that's also a good opportunity where you can also kind of reevaluate how much of it actually stuck, and if you need to reapply, just simply do so. You can even add more silicone if you needed, if you didn't really like the way it covered it up. But yeah, so here's a good close-up of the finished product. I like how that skull just looks like it's still embedded in the earth. black. So that way if it comes through, because sometimes it will, like, see here, you can see this is white foam. But so if it comes through, no big deal. But then you just put this extremely dry cocoa fiber on there, and then it just makes it look like it's been embedded in the earth. Pretty cool in my opinion. So I'm going to show you how I got to this point here as far as making the noose and getting him hung up. So I'm going to start with some twine, then I'm going to squirt some silicone into my hand, and then we're going to run the twine through my hand to get it good and coated. And then once it's all covered in silicone, I'm going to put it in the tray here and put cocoa fiber all over it. So this part's pretty self-explanatory, but I'm going to obviously wrap the twine, now what I call my vine, around his neck, and then we're just going to simply just twist it around and make a noose. Once the noose is complete, I'm just going to simply dab a little bit of super glue on there just to kind of help hold the knot, and I also kind of want it to hold it to the skull just to keep everything together. And for the final step, we're just going to hang him from the tree and wrap the twine around. All right, so to get you up to speed, I just kind of did this off camera, this back piece here, just to give something beyond this sitting here. So next I need to build out the door. Those supplies have been ordered, so waiting for those to get here in the mail. And while I'm waiting, I started on the next project, kind of give you a sneak peek of what this is going to be. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. There will be a part 2 of me building this door. I got some acrylic pieces coming. That's for something different. But yeah, so that's going to be it for this video. Stay tuned for more. And like always, thanks for watching. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you are new here. Much appreciated.